Give us an introduction of yourself.
Hello there, my name is Iqbal and I'm a physiotherapist here in Rainbow Centre, and I work with children with a variety of unique needs. Come on in.
Could you tell us a little bit about the different needs that the students have in your school?
Sure, some of our children may require different needs. For example, assistance in developmental milestones, standing, walking, and stuff like that essentially.
What is the difference between the school setting as well as the acute setting?
I would say that the main difference is in the duration of their rehabilitation journey. Over here, they may spend longer time, and in the hospital, they may be more acutely ill. And that, I would say, is the main difference.
So what is your day-to-day schedule like in Rainbow Centre?
On a typical day, I would follow my timetable. We have the students rostered for their regular sessions, but we have a variety of needs that may be emergent in nature, and we see them on an ad hoc basis.
How many cases do you see per day on average?
I would say on average, we see about 10 students a day, yes.
Oh, do you see any musculoskeletal cases in your work currently?
We definitely do, but I would say that they're not the main bulk of cases that we see here.
How did COVID-19 change your scope of work?
I would say that we typically have to be just more mindful of safe distancing and ensuring that hygiene is met, and that we disinfect and wash our hands regularly.
Could you show us around the PT gym?
Sure, come on. So over here we have a variety of equipments that we need and we use to help in the children's mobility, such as the treadmill, the stairs, and even the walkers that you see at the back. We use some other equipments for exercises as well, and we use them indoors and outdoors. So over there you see the pool is actually a heated pool, and we call it a hydrotherapy pool. On average, we use it typically for our students with multiple disabilities to help them relax, to help them achieve some goals and mobility goals that they might not be able to achieve on land. Let's have a look.
So do all students require hydrotherapy?
Not exactly. So what we see typically would be children that have complex needs, and they would have multiple physical disabilities that may benefit from this.
Could you tell us a little bit more about your physiotherapy program?
Sure. So the physiotherapy program is about 4 years. It is a direct honours program, which means at the end of the clinical training, we also do the honours thesis, where we get exposed to the research process. We go through some placements as well at the final years to apply our learning into practice.
Could you tell us a little bit more about the placements that you've gone through?
So some of the placements that I've been through include the ICU, the Children's Hospital, even rehab centres that are within the community setting.
Did you feel like the program prepared you for working life?
I do think so, and I would say that I've been in practice for about 1.5 years at the moment, and I have been applying a lot of the things that I've learned in school, and it has been plentiful and it has been worth it.
What were some of the struggles or challenges you faced as a student at SIT?
Some of the challenges I faced was my own poor time management, because there's a lot to do as a university student, especially in physiotherapy. I just would have been better off with proper time planning, perhaps, and some prioritization.
What about some positive experience you had at SIT? Did you have any CCA?
I did have, so I was in 2 CCAs. I was in the SIT Civil Defence Lion Hunters Club, training people for medical responses. I was also in the Sign Language Club.
Oh, sign language, that's so cool. How would sign language actually help in your work?
So for some of the children that are non-verbal, they may use some sign language gestures, and that helps me in my day-to-day work.
So why the pediatric population?
So essentially in my family, I am the designated babysitter. So naturally the love and passion for children grew from there, and the role just merged between healthcare and my passion. And I really enjoy being in a school setting, and all my passions align.
I'm pretty sure there are challenges that comes along with your job. Could you tell us a little bit more about the challenges you faced?
That's expected. The challenges are when children cry or when we don't know what's affecting them and they can't tell us, and it's our job to be the investigators to find out about their behaviors, their fears, their pain, and anything that might be bothering them. And that's essentially our job, which is quite exciting.
How about some fun things that you enjoy working with this population?
So for me, I enjoy actually just moving about, helping the children be active as well, and achieving goals that they might not have met before. And sometimes this involves some creative teamwork as well.
Did you always know it was going to be pediatrics for you?
I wouldn't say it's the first day, but it was quite early on. I think the passion in me grew within the first trimester that I was in school, and the passion just developed into actual work.
Very interesting. So do you follow the school curriculum hours? What happens during the school holidays where the students will not be receiving any therapy services?
Yes, I do, and I would be on, for example, on leave during the school holidays. Otherwise, we come back for planning, training, and preparing for the next year.
Do you work closely with the PE teachers in school to help with the physical education curriculum?
Yes, we do. So we advise on some of the physical development curriculum in school as well.
Do you work with other therapists in your organization?
Yes, I do. So we typically co-consult and we co-plan, and sometimes we co-implement as well, because this is a transdisciplinary area, and the kids definitely do benefit from this. So sometimes we have to be creative and mix some of our knowledge together to get similar outcomes.
Very interesting. What are some of your hobbies or things that you like to do outside of work?
Personally, I like to cook, I like to swim, sometimes I cycle and I jog as well, but definitely cooking and swimming.
Thank you for sharing. What advice would you like to give to those who are considering physiotherapy as a career?
If you like movement science, if you like moving all day, and you like helping people, and yeah, sure, come on board, really. We need you.
Alright, thank you so much for your time and for giving us an insight into your life as a physiotherapist.
Sure, see you, bye-bye.